Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. I'll wait for a couple of people to join before I start blabbing on. The day of the topic is going to be reform or no reform. Literally just been watching Nigel Farage on his Reform UK party. So we'll see what the guy's got to say very soon. So wait for a couple of people to join. Good question, DJ Audits. First one in the house. Get the golden medal. Who should we vote for, Gamer? Good question. That's why I'd like to debate the topic, reform or no reform. Because I've watched the whole thing twice. So I want to see what you guys think and what you guys have got to say. The reason I'm running this, I am going to be playing the video and I'm going to be doing it on the YouTube's fair policies and fair use conditions and all that, blah, 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 and be transformative throughout the video. So I will be stopping it and playing it, blah, blah, blah. I'll be doing it. Oh, well, as always, because I'm not scared to put the link up. In case anyone wants to join, anyone's welcome as well, as long as we can keep the topic, because if you don't, I'll just kick you off. So then I play games with Gamer. But thank you for the laptop once again, DJ Audits, who even made this all possible, guys. This guy up here, DJ Audits, absolute legend, does industrial estates regarding ordnance, similar like what I do. But obviously, guys, if anyone knows me around here, I focus on the police. But this guy focuses on industrial estates, and he is like the best in the business. He is like Yoda of industrial estates, okay? And he's mastered it down to a T. But I find you can learn a lot from DJ Let's go and check out his channel, guys. I'm sure everyone, a majority know an here, but not everyone. Possibly, so check them out. Right, just for you, DJ. Anyone else, I probably would have went, nah, fuck off. But for you, use now, Yorkshire's on fire. Use now, Yorkshire's on fire. That was good enough. Right. Nigel Farage. I've watched the things, but I want to do a recap, and I'd like to see what other guys got to say in the chat as well. We've got 25 people in the house already. So I think we should just get the show on the boat. Bear with us, just jumping in the office. So here we have it here. Britain needs reform. I agree with that straight away. It does. But there are even conflicting stories that are these people who on this new Reform Party are just ex-Tory members in any way. So I didn't really understand. That's why I want a bit more insight into it. Because I'm not as intelligent as some of you guys around here. But I did know enough to learn, and I did listen to what this guy had to say, and I am pretty interested. So let's talk reform or not reform, and we'll let Farage just get the show on the boat there. Big up, Chucker Guy. Hi, Bane, like a funny name. Right. Here we go.
Same for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if everyone can sit down, good. Just a quick introduction. In fact, Gareth will introduce himself, and he will introduce Mr. Farage after that. So thank you very much for your time. Yes.
I've never heard the Tories get a clap for that for a while in mind. Yeah. When does a bloody MP of the Tory party get a clap like that? When does even a MP Labour bloody whatever member of Parliament get a clap like that coming out? Sorry, like not like that. Not like Farage. Not like Farage. For Christ's sake.
Hello, very good. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, guess who's back?
Back again. Guess who's back? Tell your friends. And na. I've created the monster because nobody wants to see Farage anymore. They want cherry and chopped liver. You want a little bit of game and listen what I give you. A little bit of Stellan Savak and just stop my heart. Right, I'm done. We're going to continue.
Back again. I did not for one moment think I'd be standing here and doing this ever again. But I am, and I'm doing it. But I come out of retirement, and I'm doing it because I genuinely feel that Britain is broken.
Well, we've all been saying this for fucking yonks, haven't we? But there's no change. There's no point in one of these lives about them because we're making no fucking difference. What difference am I really making? That is the point I want to get to later and all. With all this political bullshit going on, all this yap, and on these YouTube lives. But I just, over my time on YouTube, it's made no difference whatsoever to anything. Might have changed a little twerks even now with the police and how to handle people recording, but other than that, nothing politically. Like what gets spoke about, like stopping immigration or anything like that. It's like, you cannot stop. Oh, right, I'm going to stop blabbing on now. Clear.
That nothing actually works anymore. That we're broken economically as our national debt explodes, as our debt repayments are now over £90 billion a year. Interestingly, the same amount as the education budget. But of course, it's that generation that are going to have to pay for all of our mistakes for years to come. I feel increasingly we're broken socially, and it doesn't matter what crime statistics the government quotes at us, we all feel less safe on our streets. And I think we've reached a...
Well, I've noticed that, Nigel, as well. Because I moved away from Sunderland, as everyone knows, and I now live in the Lane, it is like miles away from Sunderland. Technically, is still sort of in Sunderland, but right on the border to Devon. And when I gone back to Sunderland, it's just a totally different city to what it was when I left. It's just not the same anymore. It is like just maybe it's a change of culture, just everything. It doesn't feel like I didn't feel safe walking about there on the night. You know what I mean? But I remember back in the day when me and Katie used to walk about the Rule of the Roost all night in Sunderland. We were the last ones there. And it's just a totally different world now than what it was 10 years ago. So you're right, Nige.
Point now where most crime even goes unreported. And I'm in absolutely no doubt that we are in decline culturally. We've begun to forget who we are, what our history is, what we stand for. We've put up with the minds of our children from a young age right through university, frankly, being poisoned about what this country is and what it represents.
And I think the way they poisoned the young minds as well was just with televisions, consoles, silly little things like that. Just put your kid in front of a telly, it's fine. But what the day now, like I've sat in rooms many times and I look about and everyone's just got their heads in the phone. No one's actually connecting with each other. Their heads just is in the phone. and I'm the only one looking about and seeing it. And that's even just daft little gamer.
And all of this would be manageable if there were some clear political solutions. But I think our politics is perhaps as broken as all of the other factors that I've listed. And I was very struck over the last couple of weeks. I've been involved in 2 7-way debates with party leaders and main representatives, one on the BBC, one on ITV, which descended really into a shouting match between Penny Mordaunt and Angela Rayner.
Oh, didn't say to Angela. Didn't say to Angelina. Didn't slate her. I like her. She's got nice hair. What's this, Nicky? Is this a slice of Game of Views? Yes, 100% it is. Yeah, you moderate the chat. That's why you've got a spanner. What you saying? Get your knife out. No, I apologise. I'm sorry about that, Society X. I shouldn't have done that. Don't be silly. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't even realise where I was, man. I was just fuming. Forgot I was on your show. I'm sick of getting threatened, you know what I mean? And if I feel threatened, I just sometimes I didn't think. I do apologise. I shouldn't have done that. But I didn't worry. The sword's on the wall on a hanger. You know what I mean? It's close by. Didn't worry. I didn't need to get it out of her. Do you really want us to go and get it? Because I will. If I have to, just to prove a point here, as an apology, I'll get the fucking sword. God almighty. I'll show you the sword on my own channel, just so you know. Just, God. Well, it's fair enough. I was wound up. I just want to, no need, are you sure? Because I've literally got it in my hand now, you know. Are you sure, Society X? I want to either, yes, show the sword, or no, don't. Right, I'll put it back on the wall then. There you go, so it hangs up properly. Yeah. No, just not. The coppers can't say that legally. Right, well, Farage. So you've took your mind off it, gamers, having a stab at politics, fair dues. No, I'm more politically minded than what you think, but I cannot see the point in going on about the same stuff every night all the time. I cannot see like what progress it's making. It's just my opinion, you know what I mean? I'd love to see a change. I would love it, but like unless something different happens, then I can never see it happening. But now Labour's going to get in. We're going to hear this from Nigel himself soon. If guys haven't already seen this, and I'm the first one showing it to everyone, because that might be for many, because this has only been recent. But I've watched it twice, so you know what I mean. Let's hope something might happen. But I'm open to ideas in your opinion. So let's just continue with the show. Wait there, what's this? It might be about the change. Well, we don't know. We were known for weeks. Well, listen to Nigel. Have you seen the Society X or not? I'll just continue playing it if you haven't. Let's go.
And yet, when you listen to what they were arguing over, it seemed to me that the more they argued, the more they seemed the same. We're going through a breakdown of trust in politics.
I'm sorry, I've got to jump. It sounds like some of these bitches on here. Just the more they argue, the more the same thing it is. The more the same things they're arguing about. It's just bitches bitching about bitching. That's what it is. And if you didn't hear that, I'll say it again. It's bitches arguing about bitching. And it really is. That's how stupid some people are on YouTube. But we'll just continue with Raj. Sorry, really interrupt that, guys.
Where manifestos, one after another, can keep making the same promises, and no one believes now, frankly, a word that they say, which is why today specifically is not a manifesto launch. Because if I say to you manifesto, your immediate word association is lie. And that is, I think, wholly unsurprising. There are also many millions of people out there, not just disappointed over manifestos, but a lot of Brexit voters, millions of Brexit voters out there, genuinely disappointed. They believe that by voting...
Now, I've got to personally say as well, it's the only time I've ever voted in my life for Brexit. I believed it. I believed it would sort the immigration problem out. But then after what I know now, it actually didn't, and made the problem worse. Made everything worse. So I wish I remained in the bloody EU. Or what's my lovely saying? How do I mod you up? Agent X, I need this somehow right. Oh, that. Sorry, guys. I need to make Agent X a mod, so I'm going to have to open YouTube. Going to be streaming that way because it's happening. Sorry for the pause, guys, but she is becoming a mod. Because this is the only way I can do it. I say it all the time. I never do it, but I'm doing it now. Sorry for the delay. Just send myself back. I'm about to leave myself back again. Just waiting for the Lord. The chat's not popping up. Oh, Agent X, you're going to have to wait. I'll have to sort. Oh, that's there. Boom. And you should be a mod, Agent X. Right. Hopefully, yeah. Right, let's get the show on the board.
Voting for Brexit. And actually, the reason we saw the turnout on the scale that we did is that we'd actually get a grip on mass migration into Britain. We'd get back proper control of our borders. And none of that's happened. In fact, the very opposite has happened. So there are feelings of disenchantment there as well. They, of course, also run through our millions of small businesses who thought, well, at least the regulations, at least the rules will get easier. Some people say to me, well, Nigel, that's a failure of Brexit. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a failure of a sovereign government to implement the will of the people and indeed its own manifesto.
And do you believe that as well, guys? Because I do, 100%. It's like what we voted for, what they told us what we voted for, what it says would happen, they just didn't do it. You know what I mean? So then just feel they just deliver what the public voted for them to do. So how can you possibly, like humanely, in your heart, in your head, trust a government like that? Where you voted for something, and we live in a land of democracy, and you vote for something, and then even though you wouldn't have voted, you still didn't get what you voted for in any way. Makes no sense in gamers' head. Sorry, guys. I will put up the link in case anyone wants to join. All this, like, I've got moderators in here, guys, and if there's any bullshit, just take care of it. I swear to God, I shouldn't even need to ask you. And I will put up the link again in case anyone else wants to join. But let's get the show on the board.
So, and I also think there's a complete lack of leadership. I'm not, going to say.
And do you know what? I think there's a lack of leadership in this community as well. I really do. We need a leader. Every community is lost at the minute. Everyone's just digging their own thing. They are. And there's no one running it. There's no one saying like this is allowed, this is not allowed, because everyone's just getting away with murder. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I'm running riot, and then everyone else is, and then it's just chaotic. They need someone running it all properly. With even our community, if there ever was one, because sometimes I like to say it doesn't exist, but maybe I should have listened long ago, saying it's all done now. It'll never be like what it was, all that. But you know, I didn't take that easy, did I? And I thought, no, there will still be community. I will still try to make it strong. Once again, from when Live Free got out, I thought, and then just keep it strong and try to keep it how it was, but it's just fell apart that much. And then it's like I didn't even know where to turn with it. But the reason why is because there's no one running it. And there's no leader. It's like who's going to run things? Should there be a leader? Should there not be? Should we just all do one thing? I don't know. But I think it was much better when Live Free was about than Live Free was just running things. It was much better because Live Free we just wouldn't put up with it. We would just get them out, and then if everyone did, and then that was it. Simple as it was just much better, smoother, everything. That's what our community is missing, is a leader, in my opinion.
Personally abusive things about Keir Starmer or Rishi Sunak, I'll leave that to the rest of the establishment to be rude about me, because I couldn't care less. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty used to it. I've even got used to people throwing things at me, but there we are. But there is a lack of leadership. People actually need some sense of being inspired.
Just when he was talking about people throwing things at him, the only thing that popped into my mind there, like, bust out laughing, is women with cups. That's like my projective missile that normally gets launched at me. The cup, like a mug with a handle, chucked. But I've got a hell of a duck. I swear to God, when it comes in the moment, it's like it's in slow motion. I'm not even joking. I'm just going to put up the link again in case anyone does want to join. Well, I didn't even I didn't even know why you're coming in here. Right, I'm just going to time you out myself because I don't know why you're here. I hope you. It's unlucky if you timed out for 24 hours on somewhere. To be honest, I hope you fucking are.
Inspired, some sense of believing there's somebody up at the front that believes in what they say, says what they believe, and is going to show a way forward for the country. And I don't believe we have any of that either. So I've come back into this because I think there is now the most enormous gap that exists between the two big Westminster parties. And I say Westminster because it is very much Westminster and Oxford University thinking that dominates these parties. A huge gap between that and the conversations that I hear being had by families and people around the rest of the country. I could see it before the Brexit referendum. I could see this huge gap between our political class and the people. And the Brexit result, the shock of that result, showed us that it existed. I now believe that gap to be even bigger than it was before that referendum back in June 2016. So we've chosen to launch our contract with you. Now look, we are not pretending that we are going to win this general election.
So listen, it's not about winning this election, guys. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Mark. What's 3 times 3?
Is it 9?
Is it 9? Right, that'll do for me. It is 9, but is it 9?
Or maybe 6?
It's
What's
9.
happening, G? How are you doing, my dear?
It's 9, you sausage.
Well, no, if you add the 3 of a 3, it's 6.
No, three times 3 is 9, mate.
Oh, 3 times 3. So what, you're looking Farage to change the country, G, yeah?
I'm not saying that. I'm asking for public opinion. Okay.
Well,
Well, what does it say in the title of the stream? Reform or no reform?
well,
Okay.
I just switched on
And
that, G. I G, hang on, G. I just turned on YouTube. I've got a spare 20 minutes. I thought, let me have a look at YouTube. And there you was. Out of all the people in the whole world, you're the only one what was running. So I thought, well, let me go and see G, see what he's up to. So what's the title called, G?
It's called Reform or No Reform.
Well, it will probably just be the latter, to be quite honest.
Well, if you listen to Nigel Lee, he's saying we've basically it's too little too late, sort of.
Oh, well, listen, G, listen. And one thing everyone talks about on these streams is things like immigration. Now, you know, I live in London, and I sometimes say this to my younger mates who are in their 30s and 40s and whatever.
Sorry, every time I see you, Mark, I'm not going to stop. Continue.
Well, they say what people talk on about these streams are about 20 years too late, and they're correct.
Yeah,
they're correct. Yeah,
I know. I fell ahead of my time, and everyone listens to me, Mark, and people think I'm stupid just because.
Well, you're not stupid. You're a bit daft. You're a bit daft. You're not stupid, I don't think.
GDL. No, but people think I am. But all the stuff you're talking about, I think it's that boring because I've already talked about this years ago, and they won't believe this then. But now people are starting to believe it. It's like, wow.
Well, it's sort of there in your face now, isn't it? People didn't really see it, but you know, I look at all different streams.
That is a good point, Mr. Beautiful Views. Bill's Welshman probably the worst for overtaking people, but sorry, I didn't read the full sentence out before it was out, but I didn't mean that. But Bill's Welshman made a really good point to me, which stuck in my head, you know, because me and him, when we knew that the Tories were out and Labour were going to come in, and Labour's going to come in and fuck it up. So just basically, in my opinion, things are going to get much worse before they get better.
According to the Labour Party, they're going to stop the boats for a start, according to what they say. Whether that's true,
you're very naive.
No, I said according. Don't listen. Do you honestly think? I mean, look, Farage was doing quite well in the last election with UKIP, and then for some reason he pulled the plug on the whole thing. Now, what happened there? Who paid? You know, who told him to pull the plug? They were worried that most of the Tory voters were going to go over to Farage in UKIP, and he pulled the plug at the last minute because there was some deal done that Brexit was going to thingy and happen, which obviously it didn't. It just was a, you know, and I listen, I was abroad when Brexit happened, and I remember the Germans were absolutely furious. They were getting translators to speak to me. They were estate agents, lawyers, and whatever. And the woman was translating to say that, why Brexit, why? And I basically said the British people have voted not about money or monetary reasons. They voted because of the immigration crisis, what's happening.
Same here, and precisely the same.
Exactly. Well, this is what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Gee, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
No, hold on, Mark.
Let me quickly tell you this.
Can I speak on my own channel? I'm not allowed to speak on my own channel?
Yeah, of course you can, G. Of course you can.
Okay, then I want to speak then. But I voted in Brexit. It was like because of the immigration as well, because obviously you didn't want the country to get just flooded with people all over the world, didn't we? Because we're only a small little island, technically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was looking
at but it's not just that as well. The promise, like, that we're going to send all this money back to the National Health Service as well. and that was mainly like the biggest reason. But look how much it's on the toss now. It isn't. I've
Look,
been
you
there.
need to with these. Yeah, listen, gamer, listen.
I'm lucky that someone, when I go there, I know someone, and when I go to Sunderland Royal Hospital, there's someone who's close to my family, who's there, who knows me personally, who knows what I'm about, army history and everything. So I do get like a bit better treatment than what most people would get, like a typical patient in there, you know what I mean? I didn't know how or why, but I do, right? And I have got a bit pulling there because I know people. I kind of
All right. Well, we're going off track now. You're talking about your personal, you know a nurse in fucking Sunderland General Hospital. So what?
Sorry. No, you're right. Sorry. But I do want to
anyway,
continue.
let's get back to what we were talking about.
I do want to continue with the video as well, Mark. So say what you've got to
say.
say.
I just want to say one thing before you continue. Since I've been about 20, 30 years of age, I've never ever once not predicted the correct election result. Never, not once. And this one's the easiest one. This is the easiest one since Tony Blair won 20, 30 years ago. Anyway, carry on with your video. Hey, wait 1 second before you carry on. If I do go, I'm expecting a knock on the door very soon, and it will be my guest. So I'm expecting some. You get me?
I get you.
Shall I bring the guest on here? Actually,
if you like. If you like.
Yeah, nice looking bird. You want a piece?
I'm not saying I'm not going that far, but she's more than welcome. We'll continue then, guys.
We are a very, very new political party, and we would have much preferred this election to take place in October or November. I personally was a bit crestfallen initially by what Rishi Sunak said when he announced July the 4th, but we are running very fast to catch up. And I genuinely believe that our campaign now has some momentum around the country. We've seen that in some of the opinion polls, and particularly encouraging a rapidly increasing number of young people, and I'm talking the 18 to 24 year age group, are now coming to reform UK's cause. So this is not something with which we're going to govern the country. That's not possible in this election. Although this...
So he's telling you right there, it's not gone up this time, guys.
Yeah, he's honest. He's honest. He's being honest there, but I wouldn't call him honest. Shall I tell you Farage's best weapon, gamer? He's a great orator.
Remember, Mark, I'm only attacking just you as an opinion. Remember, I'm not going to attack everything you're saying as fact. And guys, read the title. It's just people's opinion on here. So this is not what I'm saying on what I'm saying.
Farage's strongest point is he's a great orator and he's a great speaker, and he's up there with some of the best at the moment. You know, Donald Trump is another one. He's a great speaker. This is why these people, they get voted in a lot, because of being great speakers. It doesn't make you a great person being a great speaker. But anyway, he's honest there because he knows they're never going to get in. But I suppose he could, maybe get as many seats as they can. And I should imagine the more seats you get, the more power you've got in Westminster, if he gets any.
No, definitely will. But they haven't got time. Like they says, they would much prefer it sometime in like October or something like that. And then we've given them time to get more support, but now it's too late. It's definitely favoured in Labour's way. The Tories have lost, so it's going to go to Labour. And then you've just got to see what happens then. So it's going to take them at least 5 years if they're ever even going to get a chance to get into power.
Yeah, I will say this, G. In the long grand scheme of things, and this includes me and you and everyone else who's listening, it doesn't really matter who gets in. It's what you do with your own fucking life. These fools These people ain't here to help you. Remember, what do you see a government's purpose for? What is its purpose?
The purpose of a government, well, it would be like
Yeah.
build like a society, wouldn't it? And like and make it so everyone can live like a happy life and better for the people who live in their civilization, sort of. That's the
I
purpose.
don't
Like
know
what
about that.
would be like the happy world of government, see, but it's
Yeah.
not like
Well, look, the main reason for government is to keep the country economically sound. That's their main reason. So they
I
don't care.
I
If,
would that's the modern age of it. But like I was talking like originally, but in the modern age, obviously, like when it comes like if you've got a weak economy in a weak company, it means like you're weak, and it means
yeah,
like other companies can basically take the piss out of you. Like look how some other companies are compared to ours and the
yeah.
planet. Like we are
Can I
very
ask you another question, G? I know it's
well,
your show, so maybe you should be asking me, but the question I wanted to ask you is, how old are you now, G? 36, 37, saying?
I'm still 34.
Is that you still 34? Fucking hell, man. You've had a tough life, bro. You've had a tough
What
one.
do you mean? You don't know. What do you mean?
You've had, it must be some harsh winters up in Sunderland.
Who you who you fucking talking to? Fuck you up, mate.
Anyway, look, G, what I'm trying to say to you is since you've been 18 years of age or whatever, not really, no matter who's really in the Tories, Labour, whoever, it's not really actually going to change your life. It's just going to be a few policy changes. They're all in bed with the banks. And whoever does the best deal with the banks will get in because the banks own the media companies what tell you how great they are. That's how it's a simple way of
It's not
working.
the banks are the worst ones, but it's not even just them. It's all the other major corporations as well. It's them who's
Yeah.
running everything and all the politics and everything, man. It's like
Well, they own everything, so they're going to tell you if they want Farage to get in, they'll tell you what a great guy he
Mark,
is.
listen, Mark, I'm speaking. If you
Sorry.
look at if you dwell into it, mate, it's like never mind like the likes of politics being like years ahead of us. Like like if you gone in even darker holes, our like civilizations are like
Yeah.
300 years ahead of us with
Oh,
technology
it's
and that.
all
If you
there.
dwell
Look,
into
if
all
you're
that.
looking
But it's a totally different topic what we're going on now, so can we just continue with the video?
yeah. I am expecting this
This
knock
election
any
is,
sooner.
for our party and for me, the first important step on the road to 2029. Our aim and our ambition is to establish a bridgehead in Parliament and to become a real opposition to a Labour government.
Who just
And
walked
I
past
say
the
that
screen?
because
That
we can't
was
see Sir Ed Davey providing real.
Sorry, Mark.
someone just walked past the screen. I think that was Eyes, with his yellow hair.
I wish it fell off when he did.
Opposition, because actually on many fundamental policies, the Liberal Democrats and Labour, frankly, don't vary very much. And I certainly can't see the Conservatives providing opposition because they don't agree on anything. They spend most of their days arguing among themselves, and they're split down the middle when it comes to policy. They're certainly split down the middle in terms of their attitude towards me. Goodness gracious. You had Suella Braverman virtually proposing political marriage over the course of the weekend, whilst at the same time, Lord Cameron, goodness me, they dragged him back. Talk about back again, crikey. And we had Lord Cameron generally being fairly abusive. And that sums up where the Conservative Party is. So we're a party that knows what we believe in. We get the fundamental principles of what we're about. We believe in the family. We believe in community. We believe in country. We know exactly what we believe in. And our aim is to provide clear, consistent, and growing leadership during the course of the next parliament, but not just in the parliament, around the country too. And it's my aim that we turn this into a big, genuine mass movement of people. And I believe that that is actually highly achievable. So we've chosen to launch our contract in Wales.
Right, before he gets on to Wales and his contract in Wales. So he's saying, like, there could be a big movement if we get enough people. And I think, guys, if you do want to change, this is your only chance. And it's got to take another
he
5
did
years.
say,
If you want Labour out and you want the Tories out,
Gee, that's my knock. I gotta go, G. Salam, mate.
see you later, bro. No worries. I will put up the link in case anyone else does want to jump in since I still love Labours. Hi, not there. Big up the not the lad. But this will be your only chance, really, if you really want to make a change and you want the Tories out and Labour. Get Ferrari in. He's there. He's in the driving seat. Just give him the car. Give him the Lamborghini. 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 Now you see me in my Lamborghini.
Which seems highly, highly appropriate. After all, Labour have been in power here since 1997. So perhaps there are some lessons that we can learn from 25 years of Labour government in Wales that are perhaps what we might be looking forward to in just a few weeks' time when Sir Keir Starmer becomes our Prime Minister. In Wales, taxes are higher. Yes, they are. Council tax is higher, on average about £500 per median property, than it is in England. Interesting, isn't it, that when the question is being asked of Starmer and others on council tax in England, they've precious little to say. So the people in Wales pay more taxes, and spending per capita is higher in Wales than it is in England. There's more money being spent on you, on public services.
Oh, bless them. Poor Wales.
Than there is on the other side of the bridge. And it's interesting to think, isn't it, in those debates I've been in, all anybody seems to talk about is more investment in the NHS, more investment in our public services, by which they really mean they're going to spend more of your taxes. And perhaps that wouldn't matter if it led to better delivery. But the figures in Wales are truly astonishing. And Gareth talked about this just a moment ago. You know, waiting times in Wales on the NHS are exactly 50% longer than they are on the other side of the bridge. Education, which is...
Never mind, jokes aside, with me little Welsh jokes and that. Jokes aside, that's just grace. 50% longer wait times just by over a bridge. So you go over a bridge, you've got like, basically, if it's an emergency, 50% more chance of living than what it would be if you weren't over the other side of that bridge. Wow. Wow.
Has drifted in Wales rapidly in a leftward, PC, woke direction. And if you just look at the OECD tables on English, mathematics, any subject you like, you'll see that Wales has fallen further behind England. Not personally that I believe England's very good. And a Labour government in Wales reduces your freedoms, reduces your choices, ends right to buy and many other schemes which damage aspiration, particularly for young people who want to get on. And of course, the crowning glory of 25 years of Welsh government in Wales, the imposition of 20-mile-per-hour speed limits.
20-mile-per-hour speed limit. I'd like to see you try stopping me on Natural's bike 20 mile an hour and get up to that 20 mile an hour in about half a second. And I'm not even kidding either. like super turbocharged. I'll tell you, it's like a Ferrari. When I'm on it, and I weren't kidding, guys, when I says it's fast. It's like a Ferrari. G. I've got to do it. I've got to do it every time I see it. GDL. Right, you okay, laddie? I'm not having it. I'm not having that stuff in here. AG next year should be more than you know. You know I love you, but I'm not having that. It's same rules apply. Of all these geography names and that doesn't wash. Timed out. That's your last warning. Next time you're blocked. Only warning. Sorry, not gonna happen. But I was looking for the comments. Right? They're not really relevant. You should just talk amongst yourselves. I'll continue with the video, guys.
Well, it led, didn't it, to one of the most astonishing petitions you've ever seen. The percentage of Welsh people that signed that petition. Well, I mean, I've never seen a petition actually quite like it, although, of course, we're rather used to all of that with ULEZ and Mr. Khan up in the other end of the country in London. So it gives us some idea that in terms of outright policy, Labour's not very different to the Conservatives. It's just more incompetent. It just wastes even more money than Conservative governments do. But here's the point about things going so badly wrong in Wales over 25 years. There's been no proper, clear, consistent opposition voice. Frankly, the Conservatives in the Senate have been feeble, to say the very least. And that is the argument. Wales really gives us the perfect example of what I'm talking about. We need to have good, strong opposition that can mobilize people in very, very large numbers. So we know what we stand for. We know what we're for. We're for controlled borders. We're for promoting genuine economic growth. We're for helping the little guy. You know, millions of men and women out there trying to get on, trying to do their own thing, and yet a Labour and Conservative party that only ever listen to the giant global corporates.
And these are, hey, you fucking here. Big up to the little guy. Big up me.
We're about trying to restore some trust in politics. You might dislike what we say. You might not want to vote for what we say, but at least we do say what we mean. And we want to have an absolutely radical rethink of the way in which our public services are run. And yes, that does include the National Health Service. It's been very, very difficult.
And don't forget, Nigel, and the coppers. Don't leave them out. Don't forget about the coppers.
To have any conversation about the NHS over the course of the 25 years that I've been involved in politics without someone pointing and screaming, you want to privatize it. All we want is an NHS that is free at the point of delivery that actually works. And how we get there, frankly, I don't think most people could give a damn about. So they're the things that we're going for. And of course, we would like the...
Right, I'm going to have a little break. Sometimes it's a lot. I don't know. GDL, but what's it? Who's a liar? Farage. You could see him smirk. So what? I tell you what, Lord. I tell you what, Society X, regarding that comment there, you can see him smirking that. He's not reading off any paper law. He's not looking down like what them do in Parliament. He's not. And he's sitting there, and it's all coming out of his eyes. He's not reading all this off his paper. It's coming from him. It's in his head. I'm telling you now. Just give me a break. Alphas. I swear to God, he is telling the truth. I can see it in his eyes. He's not reading this off his script. He's not, because he's not really looking down. There might be something little in front of him just to remind him, but it's not. This is coming from the heart. I believe what he's saying, but this is going to take much longer than what you think. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not happening this election, whether you vote for them or not. It's good that you do. I'm not saying don't vote for them, but I'm just saying Labour has already won it, you know. So there's no going back now, unless, like, the only way the Tories could win it is if they went in a coalition with someone, because that's what's happened the last 2 times, and that's the only way they've won the last 2 times as well. The horrible bastards. So, but we can all say Labour winning. I will put up a link in case anyone does want to join. Hi, up the Look Turkey. Up the Look Turkey, it's funny you joined. It's funny you've joined my stream. There was a lesson son under my Facebook who shared one of your videos, you know. I was getting, I know him. He comes on like on YouTube with me. I was just mad that you were there. Right, we'll continue with the video, guys.
The state to take far less of our money than it's currently doing, and will go on taking more and more, I'm sure. I've said from the start, this should be the immigration election. I have no doubt about that. I think the population explosion, the impact that it's had on people's lives, is the dominant issue. How can you discuss NHS waiting lists without discussing the fact that the population has risen by 6 million people since David Cameron came to power back in 2010? How can you talk about a shortage of housing where we need to build 1 new dwelling every 2 minutes just to cope with current levels of net migration? How can you talk about any of these things? So we believe this is what we should be talking about. But of course, the others would rather not discuss it. The Conservatives are attempting for a 5th manifesto in a row to tell us they'll reduce the numbers. But then they told us in 2010.
We've never reduced any numbers. We know that. Even Daft Gamer, who knows very little politics, because I choose to ignore it, even though sometimes I cannot help to see it, like on this occasion. With this, so like I'm all for it, you know what I mean? Sort of. That's why I'm poking me beak in. It's because I'm all for it. But over the 10 years I've seen, no, they've done nothing. And I knew the Tories would be out for trouble. I even remember, because Labour was in government, I remember I was watching the votes come in downstairs, really late at night, very young. Must have only been about 12 or something, I can't even remember now. And when going to wake my mum upstairs, I was getting, Mum, the Conservatives just won, going new government. It was get all so walk out of bed, son. So the crack was. But the company did get worse. It did. I noticed the change.
And 2015 and 2017, they'd reduced net migration to tens of thousands a year. They promised in 2019, with Brexit controls, we'd massively reduce the levels of unskilled labour coming into Britain. Well, it's running at getting on for net 750,000 a year. When you look at those that have come and stayed, it's incredible to think that 1 in 30 people on the streets of Britain today have come here in the last 2 years alone. Never before in history have we ever seen literally anything like it. And as for Labour, well, it's extraordinary that they launched their manifesto with their 6 key priorities, not even mentioning immigration, not even mentioning the impact on people's lives. So we want to have a proper, honest debate about it, and we believe that an overall freeze on net migration numbers is what we need for a few years to help us at least try to catch up. We also have to say it's only right and proper that you only get benefits in this country once you've been here for 5 years, obeyed the law, and paid your taxes. Again, these are policies that are discriminatory in favour of British taxpayers and British people.
And I totally agree as well. If you come over to the country, okay, if you're born here, fair enough, you might be entitled to like certain things because of your circumstances. But if you're kid in the country to abuse the system just because you're entitled to it, just because of the fact you're there, then that is the problem, isn't it? And Australia has like a typical thing, don't they? And I agree with it. That's how their company works. So it's like you didn't get to Australia and just get a free ride. You need a payment in the system first before you get anything. And it should be like that over here as well. You shouldn't just be able to just come over here and get a free ride. You should, if you want to come to the United Kingdom, you should come to at least want to benefit the company, I think. Fair enough. I cannot help it because I was born here. So that's why I'm entitled to it, because I'm a British citizen. So I should be entitled to this. But you shouldn't be able to just come and just think, oh, well, I'm entitled to it as well. You know? I agree with that. That's Agent X has got a good point there. I support immigration, but there's one particular. I think if we send back, would free up a lot of room for England. Well, under the Labour government, they used to send a lot of people back, but under the Tory government, they don't. And things is probably going to get worse when Labour get in as well. It's not going to get any better. But there's probably some hidden agenda behind it all. And anyway, once again, guys, I will put up the link in case anyone does want to jump up. And then we'll continue with the show.
If you go to work in Australia, you won't get benefits or dental care. You'll have to pay into the system for years and obey the law. We're doing what a good, sensible country should do, recognizing that the first duty of a British government is to its own people and not to anybody else. And as far as Dover's concerned, well, I was going out into the Channel 4 years ago, day after day, filming the small dinghies coming, predicting that vast numbers would arrive unless we changed policy and started deporting people who came illegally, something, by the way, that we used to do up until 2010. You know, the last years of the Labour government, we were deporting up to 40,000 people a year who'd come illegally. We've lost our way. And part of the reason for that is a court in Strasbourg that's become increasingly activist. They've even interfered recently with the Swiss government, telling them they have an obligation under international law to maintain net zero policies. Well, the Swiss government have decided to ignore them, but we think the only way to really fully restore sovereignty, to decide who can come in, who can stay, is by leaving that European Court of Human Rights. It is completely out of date. It's not serving the purpose for which we signed up to back over 70 years ago. But of course, this all leads on to the cost of living crisis. Rents are up by, on average, 20 to 25% across the whole UK since 2021 alone. Is it any wonder, with an exploding population, that rents are going up? So a freeze on the overall numbers would at least begin to reduce the pressure. And of course, one of the biggest bills that families face, and the lower your overall income is, the bigger this particular bill matters, it's energy. It's energy. It's whether you're filling your car or whether you're paying for your heating.
And why do you think all paying more for energy? Guys, why do you think all paying more for energy? Ministry, I'll put a link up if you want. Thanks, you're not going to be a child. You're going to come in all child mode. You can piss off, but you can come on. If you're going to have a serious discussion regarding the live, there's the link. We'll continue. Now you can get off that fucking window.
And we have been following net zero policies championed by Mrs. May, enthusiastically embraced by Boris Johnson, and now being virtually copied by the Labour Party. We're pursuing net zero policies that are self-destructive. Just look at what it's doing to industry. What's happening to steel making in South Wales? It's going. But somehow government thinks that's good because we reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that we emit. But we don't, We just export the production of that CO2 as the goods are made somewhere else. In this case, I'm particularly talking about primary, not secondary steel. And then we import the goods back into our country. So we want to get rid of the subsidies that are paid to green energy companies by loading taxes on the electricity bills of everybody in this country. And we've been doing this now for the best part of 20 years. But we also have to try and find out a way that people can be better off. National government, opposition, much of the media seems to want to bow down to the god of GDP. Our gross domestic product rose last year. Isn't that great?
Well, I'm not really feeling it in my fucking pocket, am I?
Well, if you massively increase the population, it's perhaps not surprising with more people that the overall size of the economy would grow. But here's the key. Coinciding with record levels of migration into Britain, we have now seen 6 consecutive quarters of GDP per head falling. We're getting poorer. The mass import of cheap, unskilled foreign labor may work for your big multinational company who want as cheap a labor as possible and couldn't give a damn about the social consequences, but it's not working. And we very much want to be a party that is on the side of working people. And that is why, and I think this is perhaps the most transformative thing in this document, which, by the way, has been so excellently worked on for months and produced by Richard Tice. He deserves the credit for this, not me. I'm a Johnny-come-lately when it comes to this document. But I think the most innovative thing, policy that we've put out in here, is to raise the level at which people start paying tax to £20,000 a year. Why? Well, number one, it would take 7 million people out of the tax system altogether. A devilishly complicated tax system. That would be a good thing, of course, for those on low pay. Be a good thing for...
I didn't understand all this tax stuff, right? So I'm going to just skip it like about a minute. I don't care about that.
small companies acting as sole traders who feel government is their enemy. And it's their enemy whatever the colour of the rosette. Just look at these crazy IR35 rules. How difficult they've made it for self-employed people right across the United Kingdom. Think about what they did to corporation tax last year, putting it up by 30%, and being surprised that many small and medium businesses now don't have as much capital, perhaps, to reinvest, or as much incentive to make profit as they had before. And the other group of people who feel betrayed by the lack of Brexit delivery, there's the broader population who voted for lower numbers, but there's the business community who genuinely thought and hoped that by getting rid, by streamlining so many European Union rules, that their lives would get easier. They haven't. They haven't. The government blames COVID. Because of COVID, we couldn't do these things. Well, I would argue they didn't have to lock us down repeatedly. Once was probably more than enough. But we have not. And you know, Rishi Sunak and others promised they'd get rid of thousands of EU laws. They simply haven't done it. And actually, in some sectors, the regulatory authorities in Britain have made life for men and women running small businesses even harder than it was during the time of EU membership. So we believe that genuine economic growth doesn't come from half a dozen giant multinationals. It comes from a simultaneous actions of hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people deciding they're going to have a go. And of course, these people...
See, I do feel sorry for all these businesses who went at the game for a while, I don't know, because they got fuck all, really. They got out, they just got basically tell tough. So, I look how many businesses are shut down because of what the government decided today. Not one lockdown, 2. Farage is right.
People don't benefit on holiday pay, they don't benefit on sickness pay, These actually really economically, these men and women are the heroes of the country. They deserve encouragement. And the more people that do it, the greater the wealth that we will create. And we need wealth. Of course we need wealth. And one of the areas where we need to spend money is defense. I can't think the world has been in a more perilous place at any point in my lifetime. I was born after.
And this is where it starts to get interesting for me. Talking about our defence and our company, how economically it can to defend against the likes of Russia and everything going on in the Middle East as well. And everything going on our own soil. It's like, I need to dwell into it a little bit more. That's why I'm asking you guys on YouTube for a bit of advice. Like, where have all these guys took in? Where have all these came from? Why is my moderators not dealing with them and just letting them all in? I have got moderators here, so why are they letting the likes of these in? I need to go through and deal with me, so I will. But my moderators should be dealing with stuff like this. I'll continue, guys.
The Cuban Missile Crisis, just to clarify, only just. And frankly, this balmy idea of saying we're going back to national service. Oh, no, we're not. All we're going to do is take 30,000 young people and at vast expense, give them a year's training. What we ought to be doing is saying, look, there were 100,000 people in the army in 2010. There are 72,000 people in the army now. Let's not recruit 30,000 part-timers. Let's actually recruit 30,000 people full-time to be in the services, and a similar principle, of course, would apply.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to the Devon Army office because I know where it is. I've located on Google Maps. I know exactly where it is. I'm not going to take Anakin with us, even though I really want to take him. I'm going to leave Anakin behind. I'm going to go myself alone. I'm going to give them my skills. I'll go in, I'll not be drunk, anything like that. Clean as a whistle, cleanly shaved, all, yes, sir, sergeant, all that. And I'll tell them what my capabilities will be and what I could offer the military services. And this is all I could offer. We'll fly a drone, have a start. Easy. Just like playing a computer game, it's exactly the same thing. No different. No one would doubt us for it either. I can fly a drone. And that's a skill used in the army these days. Easy work for me, which it is for anyone really with a brain cell. But I can also train German Shepherds. And so if I've got a dog with us, I can get it to follow my commands and do what I want to do. A fully trained military dog would follow me and do what I tell it to do. See, I've got a hell of a shot. I tend not to miss. Since I can only see out one eye in anywhere, it seems like I've got more of a focused vision with me left. I can zoom in on things like a hawk eye, and I'm not even lying to you. And just zoom in on it. I can see like birds, pheasants, walking through grass, fucking yards away, which, like the dog cannot see that, but I can. And it's so strange how I can see all these things. It's probably because my vision's more focused now because I can only see it one eye properly. I've still got some vision in the other one, but I'm just so focused on this one where I swear to God it gives us a much better shot and I do not miss. And I'm really tactical and strategic as well. I'm really good at following commands. I'm good at telling other people what to do. But that would be all the physical side of it. All drinking, but with a bit of training, I can do it. I'm not that weak. I'm not that soft. You know what I mean? I could do it, but maybe it's not some level what them could. But it would be definitely a place for me in the military services rather than bringing in all these kids. Bringing in kids of what? Let me go. I haven't got that many years left. Maybe I might through what? Fucking 3/5 of me 7/10s. So it's like, know what I mean? I didn't mind spending, risking 1/5 of me 7/10s. You know what I mean? I will to provide a service because I think why not? My company needs me. I'd be there in a fucking heartbeat rather than sending some young fucking kid who hasn't really got a clue who knows what he's getting himself involved in. Why send him? Send me. I'll do it.
Across the Navy and the Air Force. And in terms of expenditure, look, we think government should push on to 2.5% and then 3% of GDP as quickly as they possibly could. I think we've neglected defence very, very badly. Now, in terms of our public services, be it policing, be it prisons, be it the National Health Service, there's certainly a radical cultural rethink that needs to go on. I've been fascinated going around the country in the last couple of weeks, talking to people, parents particularly, about their real fear of knife crime, growing fear of knife crime. And this is not from the 18 pluses, it's going right down in the teenage years. And we have no doubt that an approach to policing such as stop and search, and don't worry if you're called prejudiced or you're doing something wrong, actually you'll save lives. We're going to have to get much tougher on low-level crime, and I mean shoplifting. I mean, can you believe it? You could all go out and shoplift. It's fine. Up to £200 you can nick, and no one's going to prosecute you. So I think a different...
Guys, anyone on the lane? Did you see that? All the lads see it on the lane? Get yourself out. Fucking hell. When Nigel, you didn't want to be telling us that out. God, telling us that. Fucking hell. I'll be out every day, mate. So if I nick £190 worth of shopping, I can't even get prosecuted. Well, what's going to stop us from going and doing it, really? To these multinational corporations like Asda and that? Why tell us? Because you've just opened the right wormhole there. You've just told the whole of the United Kingdom that I bet loads of shops are getting robbed at night. I bet you guys, I bet you. That'll cause chaos at coming at sunrise. Wow, I wouldn't even say that if I was you, even though it is true. I cannot believe you publicly said it, you know. Because you're going to have all, like, everyone's gone in the shops getting what they want. And they won't going to stop them either. Wow. I might even go out tomorrow myself.
For an approach culturally across crime and policing. And with the big one, the NHS. Look, what we are going to campaign for is a genuine radical rethink. You know, we all grew up loving the NHS, being deeply grateful to the NHS. It was there and a fantastic thing. And I've been trying to make many of these arguments, actually, I've been trying to make for well over a decade, that we have to have a rethink. And I think perhaps back in 2015, when I led a different party in a general election, perhaps I was just a bit ahead of the curve. Perhaps I was saying things that people didn't want to listen to. But I get the sense that they are listening now. We are not getting bang for our buck. And there's a growing level of disenchantment that the health service simply isn't fit for purpose in the way that and not just the way that it used to be, the way that we want it to be. So let's look at other funding models. Let's look at how the French do it. Let's be radical in our thinking. And my final point's on benefits. Now, it's quite easy for those in work and working damn hard to say lazy scroungers on benefits. It's the sort of conversation you hear in the pub. But actually, there are a lot of people on benefits who do not want to be on benefits. They want to go back to work.
Hear, hear.
But the system massively disincentivizes this. Because if they work for more than 16 hours a week, they start to lose the benefits, and they'll lose more benefits than they'll earn in going out and getting money. There is a trap, a benefits trap. And that isn't good.
That's what I fell into, the benefits trap. It's like, what's the point? Have you seen it? It's like, everything I went out there working for, I've got now. The benefits trap. Hey, Raj, you're so fucking right, you know. Raj, I swear to God, you've hit the fucking nail on the head with me now. I fell into a benefits trap. So what happened again, man? Hey, what a fucking eye-opener.
Good for people economically, and it certainly isn't good for people psychologically. And that is where raising the level at which we start paying tax to £20,000 a year really, really matters. This is something that would make work pay. That would make a massive difference to our societies, massive difference to nearly every one of our communities. And of course, for those on benefits who see it as a holiday, quite extraordinary, isn't it? That you could have an online consultation and be signed off on the sick with depression. And that, by the way, I'm not knocking those that genuinely have mental health issues. Of course, I'm not. But what I am saying, it's ludicrous that that can happen with an online consultation. And we want to make it clear that for people that are thought to be fit and able-bodied, once they've had 2 offers of a job, if they don't take one of those jobs, they lose their benefits.
You offer me 2 jobs right now. I'll tell you now, I'll take the first one. I'll take the first one instantly and succeed. Right now. Didn't even need to offer us 2. I'd probably just map my mind up which one I thought was the best one for me, depending on what it was. Offer me 2 jobs right now and I'll take the first one. Categorically guaranteed instantly.
And I think, again, that is something that working people would agree with. That outlines the broad principles of our contract. As a party, we're unashamedly patriotic. As a party, we believe that British history is a great thing and should be taught properly and with fairness and with balance. But as a party, we're radical. We're radical in terms of the way we want to change public services. We're radical in terms of the way the education system in this country needs to operate. We're radical in terms of our simplification of the tax system. We're radical in terms of our view on on issues such as the electoral system, the House of Lords, our right to a referendum. And you can be both. You can be traditional and radical at the same time, because we're proud of who we are, but we feel at the moment politics and government isn't fit for purpose. We want real, genuine change to give us a better, brighter, and stronger future. And I promise you all, this is step 1. Our real ambition is the 2029 general election.
So just step 1, guys. It's all I did, step 1. So didn't get too ambitious already, okay? Because he's telling you himself. Step 1. If you want to change, in my opinion, because this is what you're all looking for when you join Society X's Live, or you talk about everything you talk about, I've listened to it. And if that's really what you want, here's your answer at the minute. This is what you're looking for. Because it will get the Conservatives out and Labour out, then there might be a change. But you remember, you're still 5 years off. So please, guys, just do everything you can in the next 5 years. 5 years to support the Reform Bill. Well, sorry, Reform UK Party.
But this is our first big push. I've been back in this job for a couple of weeks. I sense we're doing really rather well. Thank you. Now, thank you. Now, I was asked to do the easy bit today. I was asked to give you the vision. I'm Mr. Nice today. Mr. Nasty is Richard Tice today, who's going to tell you what.
No, I was only bothered about you, Farage. Right, guys. Listen, I can see in the chat loads of bitching and that. Please try to pipe down. I'm really glad you will get a spunny age next time. I'm just really glad I didn't give you it now because I'm glad you survived your little debate in the chat. But just because I haven't read it and I didn't want to read it, you can have it out on here if you want. I'll put up a link. And that Agent X is not scared to jump up. You can jump up Angelica, but I'm more of an Agent exercise than you because you're a right liar because you've done it to me. Trying to say I tried to follow girls down bloody metro stations and that was just lies. It was just absolutely lies, no, Angela. Right, so Ministry, I want to know any comments then. What do you think of that then overall? Reform or no reform?
Not for me.
Well, wait there.
But
So
I'll spoil my vote.
No. After what Nigel says, when Labour gets in, things are going to get much worse for Wales, you know.
But there's no. Where's the decent alternative? There's no decent alternative. You either vote for one of the big two parties,
reform
or you spoil your vote.
I'm not saying it's a decent one, but it is an alternative.
I don't know
what the future entails, but it is an alternative, and it might be the one you're looking for. And it's basically the only roll of the dice we've all got. It includes me living in England and all.
They've had a few dodgy party members, shall we say? So, I reserve judgment on that. I don't know enough about reform, to be honest.
Well, Society X, if you say that because you don't even want to read her and say if she's doxing you in the chat, block her. But I haven't seen the Agent X, so I didn't know.
It was all chilled till about 5 minutes ago.
Wait now, Ministry. Have you seen fucking Octopus Angelica dox Agent X in the chat?
No, but I've just come out of chat. But there's something said there that's not.
Well, she's probably on the Eco Society X's, to be fair. I didn't know why she's even here. She knows I didn't like her. So what you floating about here for? It's like you're talking about the harassing people and stuff like that. Why is she here? Why is she harassing me? She's not welcome. Fuck off. I already tell her. But I'm not kicking her. I let the moderators deal with it. It's what they're there for.
I don't think there's any mods in game.
I'm talking to you, on the main Ministry. I'm talking about the live in the chat. I let them go on with it, but it's bullshitty business. He's my lovely lady on now.
You got no moderators going in, sausage.
Hiya.
Don't worry, I won't grass you up for writing my name in your chat.
No, sorry, I did try to mod you up earlier, but not now after that, because I've only scrolled through. I can't read back and see he's arguing, but I'm glad I didn't make you a mod now because I know you would have already got rid of her. But look at how she's showing herself. She's showing the true colours now on chat.
She's lying as well.
She's only in here because Jim is here. Fact.
She's causing trouble in your chat. We were all getting along fine, and then she comes in. She thinks that the police are coming round to my house to deliver a civil notice, which is bullshit. They wouldn't do that. And
they send a bailiff or a solicitor's representative.
And she doesn't have my address. She doesn't even know what area I live in, what county or anything like that. She's trying to intimidate me. And then because she didn't get her own way, she's using my name on purpose to try and dox me in the chat. But she's not here to support you. She's here to cause trouble as normal.
Yeah. Disruption.
Was it just your first name, Agent X?
Yeah.
Right. It's I'm not going to really say it's pure doxing, because sometimes I slip up because I know your first name. And I sometimes get.
Yeah, but she's just trying to cause trouble, isn't she? Like I said, because she didn't get her own way, it's like a way to try and get at me. But yeah, She's not here to support you. We know what her opinion of you
No.
is.
She's definitely not a supporter of mine, and nor am I of hers. Not in a million years. But some people will fall for her all day with a little bullshit, and she'll sit on YouTube like from when she gets up in the morning when she goes to sleep on night, digging it.
It's
At least we not Gen X. Our lives is not even ministry. Our lives is not sad enough to sit there and do that. You know.
No, I had a couple of hours on this morning, and then I haven't come back on the tubes until now. So I've been out doing stuff the rest of the day.
If I was that obsessed, Reed, I'd rather than coming on these lives, I'd be like posting like 12 videos a day of me and my dog.
Well, yeah, I was just listening.
And I'd get more views than fucking Angelica would get in a year by doing it in a week.
I think it's a bit of jealousy and stuff, like, you know.
Is it just bitching?
She's a bit obsessed with me.
You know, I can speak to you. You know, I can speak to you properly. Is this just bitching about bitching, or not?
Well, she's accused me of faking chemo.
Like it's always the women, though. It just seems to me it's always the women. The men can just tack it on the chin and laugh it off. But then when the women get involved, it's like bitches arguing about bitches about bitches.
Fucking hell, game.
Well, it just is.
The men are as bad as the women. The men cry more than the women, gamer. That's the fact.
I know Gen X much well than what an IE ministry, and she knows me from the start, right? So I can speak to her freely, I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to take offence, but that's how women bully other women. They spread malicious rumours and stuff like that. And they sit on panels, her and her other gaggle of witches, Di and Laura, and try to slag me off.
I'll put up the link in case the little witch wants to join, because we'll give her a chance to have a say. But she's not having to say in the chat with a little not starting comments anymore. So there's her in timeout. I haven't got a fucking spanner in here, love. You know what I mean? You didn't run my show like you do on others, you know what I mean? So now you're banned. If you've got out to say it, the Gen X, come on the panel and say it publicly, rather than sitting there typing like a little fat keyboard warrior.
Well, this is the thing, right? She claims that she's got some kind of order.
By the way, just to clarify, I didn't call her fat there. I said like a fat keyboard warrior before anyone tried to say I was calling her fat. Just
body shaming. Don't call people what they are. It's body shaming.
IQ tits blew my mind. No,
I don't think. But yeah, I'll explain to you in private what that means, because it's got
I
funny
you understand. You didn't need it. I get it in anyway.
But yeah, if you've got a restraining order or a cease and desist or something against somebody, you shouldn't be going, oh, you better not talk to me because the police are coming to your house. She's initiating contact with me. So it's just, she just lies and tries to feel powerful.
Incitement. Yeah, that's entrapment.
You should call it Princess Ligella, really, shouldn't you? I couldn't believe it now when Narvin was making up all them stories of me and Natural following two girls down to the train station. I'm just getting, where is she getting that from in that video? So I even had to look over back. They said I was just getting. And look
this
back
is what she does.
I'm just getting, where did she even get that from? She just plucked it out of thin air, out of her own imagination, a fucking liar. Just to try to make
this
me.
This is what she does.
Because, you know, I was already looking bad and I was public enemy number one, right? So she decided this is time to fire her fucking little ADHD missiles of us.
Right, Red.
On full fucking throttle and say, oh, and he followed them down to the train station as well. Well, that wasn't true, and I know it wasn't true. So I want you done that to me. I know she's a bullshitter. And then everything yesterday's, I was just getting she's right as well. Because then I read into it more. Everything she said, she's a lie. She comes on the little panels, poke a little nose in for a little giggle. She say a little comment, like she doesn't know what she's talking about. And then goes, didn't she? And that's a crack. And the boyfriend's fat as fuck. And the boyfriend's fat as fucking couldn't do fuck all to nobody ever.
He's just as bad. He's as toxic. Like, they make a good couple.
I bet you she's got him wrapped right round his little finger, Ancha. I wouldn't dare let my lass sit on YouTube 24/7 talking to loads of strange men and that all the time.
Gamer,
I wouldn't dare.
Gamer, relationships are about give and take, Gamer.
I exactly. And what I'd do, I'd give her the phone when I want it. And when she's on YouTube,
you give her the orders and then take the food off her. Yeah, I know your type, Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman!
I'd take the phone off her and flush it down the fucking toilet. Hey, that Bruce Lee. No, I didn't like that Bruce Lee guy. I didn't know why. I'm trying to time him out. I didn't
No. Bruce is the sensei, Gamer.
He's cool, Bruce.
Poor Bruce.
No, I'm going. No, I'm timing him out.
You got libs.
No, that Bruce Lee guy's getting timed out. He is.
Bruce Lee's the sensei, Gamer.
He's getting timed out, right?
He's lovely, Bruce Lee. He's not got anything to say against anyone.
You think Shady's lovely, yeah, mate? Shut up.
That's me told.
Right.
But but even Shady's seeing her for what she is. She's losing spanners rapidly. She can't keep it up, you know.
Well,
it's
she's got
catches up with
them. And
it's affecting people's channels as well, though.
She'll cling on to that with their life, but it's not just her. Like, in my opinion, Jamie's channel is infiltrated. It's infiltrated. He'll not see it, but it's like, I cannot tell him either.
But he'll get it eventually. And he'll lose subscribers.
I want to join. Just because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being there, but now I didn't even feel like I'm a part of it anymore, you know? And I really used to be. I used to be a big part of being on Jamie's channel, Society X's. A huge part. Now I feel like worthless on there. I didn't even feel welcome anymore. So I feel like, well, why should I even join the first like that? I'm just being honest. Whatever, I'm just being honest. You know what I think?
That's it. Anyone, that's it, Gamer. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it off. I've turned it off.
And I've literally got my hand on a red.
All right, look, I'll show you. It's gone.
You know,
it's gone. It's not on either screen. It's gone.
I believe just type the Agent X, you know, rather than you.
I know I'm boring, and I'm only good.
Yeah, I will get the link up
I'm only good to come on when no one else will sit with you.
If Princess Angela's got the balls, and what I'll do, I'll leave you two on the panel. And see
of course, she's not. Of course, she's not going to come up if you're abusing her, and you can at least be polite.
No, that's what I said. No, that's what I said, Ministry. I'll put myself backstage and you, and I'll let you.
But you could have at least sort of been polite to offer Angela a voice rather than calling her names, because she's not going to come up then, is she?
Not my fault when she lies about us, though, is it?
Like I said, she clearly doesn't support you. She's just here to cause trouble, and she's lying about me in the chat. But if she's gone and got paid money to get something against me, and she's not been truthful and told them things, you know, like, oh, I accused her of faking chemo, I'm accusing her of faking being ill, she's going to be in serious trouble, like very serious trouble, perverting the course of justice. That's one of the most serious offences there is.
No, you're going to
jail. So I hope.
Yeah. I know. No, that's a one-way ticket to jail. You know, the courts and the judges do not
guaranteed
like the course of justice.
Abusing the court system.
You will be very, very lucky if you avoid a immediate custodial sentence, and if prevent the course of justice, because the judges didn't like it, because it means that you're trying to evade their justice, what they're trying to do, and they take.
Well, you're sticking your fingers up at a judge. You're disrespecting the entire judicial system.
Basically, what you do.
So,
the course of justice.
If she has done that, she's in serious trouble, and she's paid for herself to get in that trouble. That's funny. That's funny to me. But yeah, you can't. She's trying to intimidate me.
Oh, look at me with my little 99 membership. Oh, my little spanners. Oh, I'm special, didn't you? No, really, she's not. like we all know.
Fucking brutal gamer.
And we all know how TikTok filters work, don't we, guys?
Please, gamer. She said she's left the chat, but you know she's ghosting.
And I've seen.
Please don't make hurty feelings.
I've seen pictures of her which look nothing like her profile picture. Nothing.
I've got a game next time I do a live game. I'm going to play real or fake, and I'm going to show like the filtered version of a photo and then the real one. So we'll make a game of it because I've got quite a few that I've been building up.
Do a quiz, couldn't we?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
I love participating in a quiz. I know Gamer's a quiz master.
Well, I didn't really lose quizzes, do I? To be fair.
No.
You smashed it in that one against Shady. That was funny. Good show that.
On quizzes. Fuck Shady. He was easy meat him. I could smash anyone. I smashed Crinkle and one on air, Film Boys in the test pit. I smashed Crinkle on one.
Yeah, me and AC Sniffer ended up going head to head on. Can't remember whose channel it was, but it was. I think it was a 30.
You know what question I done Crinkle on, and not Internet. Now a question it was what got Crinkle a final question, and this was for the winner and all, you know, between me and Emmy, and it was
What's the alcohol volume of Rocket?
No, it was who's the all-time top goal scorer of Manchester United, and as soon as the all-time top goal scorer Manchester, I just say Wayne Rooney.
I'm surprised Henry didn't get it.
And Crinkle couldn't beat us to the answer. And Philip Boy would just get game sport.
Well done.
I couldn't landed any more in my favour.
That's what it needs to be. Do you remember? It was just about having a laugh and playing games, and it's gotten very serious and
right. So how
like
do you get
psychotic?
Right. So how do you reform that background?
I don't know. Hopefully, the toxic people will just evict themselves. You know, get the hint and just piss off.
Well. You know, I'm not one to get a big buzz out of toxicity, so I prefer to have a giggle. That's why I'll take the piss and I offend people, but I like to have a giggle. I like to have a giggle.
Ministry.
Well, shut up, you faggot.
All three of us here right now, we've all got a toxic side, right?
Yes.
All of us.
It's just it takes a long time for mine to come out. A very long time.
All of us can be and capable of it, but you know, if we want it all to work together, we need to stop behaving now. We're behaving in another place for all of us. You, Ministry, and you, Agent X, and myself.
Not everyone.
Yeah, but I only respond.
It's never going to work then. Well, it'll never work then. What are you asking for? Will never come back then. There's no reform. We'll just all be about one thing and do what we want then.
But I'm talking about responding. That's a bit different. When you're getting people, you know, constantly and saying, oh, you're faking chemo, you're faking being ill and all this stuff. It's hard not to sort of respond to that. Of course, you're going to end up. But they're toxic. They've got toxic lives. Some of them have admitted they've got no friends in real life. This is their life. You know, like, this is how they act outside of YouTube as well. So
how did you get to the point in your life though where you've got no friends?
Because it's toxic behaviours, isn't it? You know, treating people like this.
I've still got friends.
I know. Imagine how bad they must be to, like, they've got nobody in life.
No, like, what have you done that's so bad where everyone's turned your back on you? You must have done something.
I don't associate with my old bandmates as much as I should, and some, friends. They asked me to go up. They call a Sunday club where they have a smoke and a drink together and a little jam, and I'm just lazy about it. But I know I can call on any of them at any time, and they will drop everything.
cool.
If I need a favour, they'll drop anything and for me, and I'll do the same for them.
Age next, I'm okay. Right, like no, I didn't even really like need to place you about with Age next. Will you look after the show for us while I go for a quick bong?
A what?
A quick bong.
So why have you got? Why have you got to go? Why have you got to go for a quick bong? Why isn't it next to you?
Because it's in the kitchen.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, all right. Me ministry will hold the show.
Yeah, like a difference that makes, Gamer. I know you can hear me. You got the kitchen door open, so the smoke just goes in the living room.
How about you shut your fucking mouth?
I don't even have to see it. I know, look. I know. I knew that Benson was eating a supersized bag of cheese and onion walkers. I called it. I'm psychic, Gamer.
I thought he said, well, I go for a quick bum. That sounds like, what?
That's actually prefer to look at mine got over at Age and X.
We're talking about you, not to you.
Yeah, got some 39p carrots from Aldi, did you, Gamer?
Get some nutrients.
Too early in the day for that.
Yeah. I don't know. What can you do otherwise? Unsubscribe and
yeah.
If they do that, that should be the end of it. But then when you get in text saying so and so was on a panel talking about you, it's like, a bit obsessive, eh?
I won't. I've blocked a few and subbed from a few, and when I first started getting a load of grief, and people do message me and say, "Oh, did you hear that?" And I'm like, "No." Or they'll send me a link and say, "Oh, so and so's going ballistic here about you," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm not watching it. I've unsubbed for a reason. So, I really have got no intention going anywhere where I'm not welcome. I may pop into the odd one or two, but I've stopped doing that because managing mods remove protection spanners and time me out before the host even knows what's gone on. So,
I get that in pork chops and places like that.
Yeah, I've had it in JJ's chops and elsewhere.
Yeah, JJ's.
Yeah,
it's a shame because it ruins the channel, for the host. And
well, I get on with JJ and Porky, and I'd always pop in on their lives and say hello, and maybe hang around 5 minutes if I caught it at the start on notification before too many come in. But after that, even with a spanner, the managing mods just smash you on the head, and you can't fucking chat. They time you out, and Well,
that's it. On both occasions, Pork and JJ's, I've explained to them what's happening, and there's opportunity to stop it if they wanted to, but they kept allowing it. So then it gets.
No, I haven't. I haven't said to Chops or JJ, because I know that they're cool and I get on with them, and it's not down to them. But Chops was on mine last night. I could have said to him, it happened to me and his a couple of weeks ago, and I know he's slowed down a bit since, but I could have said to him last night on the panel, but there's no need to put it on his toes because it's not him.
Yeah, I don't need to have a go. That's why I went up onto Pork Chops, to say, "Oh, do you know this is happening in your chat?"
No,
guy.
Let us tell you something about that guy, right?
No.
No. What do you mean? No, it's my fucking channel.
Sorry, I thought we were still on Tradies this morning.
Fucking let me tell you about that guy, right?
Sorry, Gamer.
He is one slithering Voldemort bastard, right? And if I hear if I hear him whinge about this £20 with Baba, only 20 quid.
That's a joke, Gamer.
Like, how many lives are they going to see the each of 20 quid for? Like,
it's an ongoing joke between Torb and fucking Chops, man.
I swear to God, give us your PayPal, I'll give it out for you. Just sort of shut up about it.
It's not real. It's an ongoing joke. It's an in-joke between Torb and Chops.
That guy's just like the rest of them. He's just the same as Princess Angela. Just a sneaky little cunt will follow the lead wherever
Well,
it
that's
can.
going too far, gamer. I can't
No,
stand.
look,
No, that's
you
going
didn't
too
tell
far.
me what to do.
That's going too
You
far.
still need to agree with it, but I think Pork Chops is a sneaky little cunt who just follows the lead, just where it can, because 1 minute he's your best friend if everyone else is, then if everyone falls out with you, he falls out with you as well, just like the fucking rest of them do. And tell us I'm wrong. Tell us I'm fucking wrong.
Well, that might be your
tell you you're wrong.
experience with them.
Yeah, because you might have seen it, I might not, because obviously a lot of the channels that Chops goes on and frequents, I don't watch anymore. So
he comes in to like every live when he says hello everyone, hello this one, hello. I think I'm gonna sit there for like because I've done it for about a year, saying hello to everyone in the chat, which be like individually, but I'm not gonna sit there for the next 3 years saying hello into the chat 5 lives a day to everybody individually, the same people. Do you know what I mean, Eugene?
Well,
yeah.
I do, but
I
I'm
feel
polite.
at the same time.
That's how desperate these people are.
No, when I come into a chat for the first 5
No,
minutes,
Lisa, no, I'm not desperate.
I do say hello to people.
That's why I've got more subs than them, because I'm not that desperate.
It's being polite on my part doing it, Gamer.
So what I'm not. So hold on, Next.
Being polite.
No, that's something all right there from a mile away. So you're saying I'm desperate for subscribers? Is that what you think I'm doing here?
No, I'm not saying you're desperate. I'm just saying in your mind, you've got more subs because you don't say hello to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because of the fact that I don't do that and just didn't lick arse to everybody all the time. I think that's a part of the reason why.
How long have you been going, Gamer?
Well, when my channel started in 2016, when I first started it, if you want to like get to the date, which all these like Saddles and the Nerd Freaks will.
Well, I started mine.
Well, when I started like digging this bloody like YouTube thing, when I started like content creating myself, I was only like bloody about 3 years ago, you know.
Well, I started mine 2 years ago, and
I was in lockdown. I was playing
200 more subs than you, faggot.
I was playing games in lockdown, and then I was playing games in lockdown, and then once I went out ordered, and that's when it started. It's on my first real videos there. It's on my channel.
Bruce.
About 3 years ago.
Bruce. Please don't time Bruce out again. Bruce is the sensei, Gamer.
GDL.
Yeah, Bruce, put a GDL in and Gamer will be sound.
Be like Wacker.
Did you next say GDL? Did you next say GDL?
Yeah. Be like Wacker, Bruce.
GDL. Get in here, next. I'm buzzing you said it like. I was expecting
STI.
I think him get out of that kitchen now.
You owe me 20 quid now, Gamer. You owe me 20 quid.
Didn't be going on about 20 quid, please. It gets on my nerves. Please, Porky, you owe me 20 quid, will I?
Metal makers a smoke, please, babe.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, Tob. Sorry, Tob. Sorry, Tob. But you did call me a shit the other day.
But that's how you listen to Halo, really, aren't they? Just like him sitting there, he's get big nose. Sitting there. Heroes, 20 quid.
I'll never forget when he tried to come on Marks and intimidate me. He's shorter than I am. Tough.
Hey, man. I've stood next to him. I could have like done a Rubik's Cube or something. I could have turned him into a Rubik's Cube if I wanted to.
Yeah, but Gabriel, I've got 5 brothers, all 6'6". Could you imagine if I wanted to intimidate him?
Oh, see,
and I can actually drive, nip round.
That scares us that because if I have upset you, we just get your 5 brothers to tease in.
Yeah, but that's
I'm the younger, the protective.
If you know how to treat a lady, Gamer, then you would never be in that position, you clown.
Agent X, have I ever mistreated you with any disrespect, shape, or form?
Come on, out.
All right, Robert.
Sorry, it's talking to the dog.
You're
All
talking
right.
to the dog.
Getting in the cupboard.
Hey, Mrs. Gamer.
Agent X,
precious.
I have ever treated you with any disrespect, any shape or form.
You're one of the best gentlemen on YouTube, Gamer. So
I am to the right ladies, aren't I? But now if you be a horrible little fucking hog, you know what I mean? You gotta get shit like what? It's simple as that. I can smell them from a mile away. Me, I've been to a fucking farm before. I've smelled.
You're on fucking fire, Gamer.
Sausages from a mile away.
But this is what does my head in. It's like the women will go for it, and then they go, "Oh, I'm a woman. You can't do that back." I give as good as I get when it comes to men. Like I don't play the woman card.
I can be horrible to women if I want to even start getting living with us. I'm up of it. I'm not breaking the law.
Equal right.
Like, well, where's it in the law for me to disrespect a woman? Fair enough. I might be morally wrong to some men, but it's just like, well, after you've experienced my experience of them, I just think sometimes, fuck off, you deserve it. Because I'm seeing exactly the path you've gone down. Because I've met many fat, fucking, sweaty, horrible, trolly hogs like you before.
Don't be shy, Gamer. What
Can
do
you
you really
highlight-
feel?
Can you
I'm
highlight
not-
Mrs.
I'm not
RA9 Gamer's comment, please, Gamer, for you? The last Mrs. RA9 Gamer comment. Can you highlight it?
No,
it's very nice towards you.
She's lucky she's not blocked.
It's very nice towards you. It's a very nice comment, Gamer.
I've got the real Mrs. RA9 Gamer Agent X, so why you trying to like say I'm having an affair and that?
Because I like the Avatar. Gremlins
I
is one of my
trying to say I'm having
Gremlins 2 is
an
one of
affair,
my
but I'm
favourite
not.
films.
She's saying but it's I haven't been having an affair, Agent X. I swear to God. It's
No,
lies.
you can have a mistress. You can have a mistress,
you know what,
Gamer.
look
She
at that.
can clean
Look
your
at it.
house
It's
and
a
make you
fucking
sandwiches.
gremlin. It's a fucking gremlin. It's a fucking gremlin. Look, gremlin too. Are you kidding?
Just don't feed her after midnight. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Don't throw her in the swimming pool.
I'm sorry you're getting timed out. Just to prove a point.
No, you can't do that to Mrs. Gamer.
Oh,
No,
big up Mrs.
Gamer.
Gamer.
Tough, I've only got one love, which is on the panel. Tough.
Yeah, come in mine. I'll give you a spanner, sweetheart.
I'm not good at winding them up though. Like Novalu who pisses in Saviour's carry bags and Nandy cans on like she's all perfect. And drama queen, young and sweet.
I love it when Laura's pissed and slurring her words and saying, "Gamer, you shouldn't be drinking."
No, and
She's no grass. She's no grass with who she is.
I think I'm going to arrange a YouTube sing-off. I think when my voice is on form, I think I'm the winner.
Agent X, can't I sing better than her?
Out on the windy, windy
definitely.
moors.
Easy.
My dog can sing better. Literally.
I'm probably a better model than her. I could probably dress up better than a woman with she good look.
Try it.
That's a hell of a
It's the
statement,
only one
that
way to
Gamer.
find out.
I can probably put it off. I remember there was this app on the phone. Do you know where it was like a gender change app?
I had an AI filter. I was going through AI filters the other day.
But there was a
Yeah.
app on the phone which everyone was using at the time, and I took a picture.
Get the pictures up. Get the pictures up.
I haven't got it on my phone. I haven't even on my phone. I was just playing when I was with my dad's one time on with all the bands and fucking all them, just playing about. And I'd done it. And now my comment was, I said, I'd shag me.
You would anyway.
I swear to God, yeah, I could put it off if I look like that.
Get the picture up. We need to see it.
Well,
It'll be a free app.
it doesn't exist, Agent X.
Download the app and let's have a look. Same for you, Ministry. Is that
That's
you,
me.
Ministry?
That's me.
Oh, wow. You look really familiar.
Looks like a screw. Looks like a female.
I did that for a little video.
Look at
that
the
I put
size
out
of
the
the
other
dick.
week.
size of the chin and that. Female prison guard, that. Get back to your cell now.
Russian shot putter.
Yeah, you do it,
I
and
think
I'll
it was
do
in my
it.
last video.
Nah, I'm not doing it. Nah.
Shy.
Nah.
I don't think he was that good looking as a woman then.
I'm good looking as a man, Law. Fuck off. Put your camera on now. Fuck off.
Can't ask a lady that.
Look, I haven't even got the app on my phone,
She
Law.
Oh,
might be
I can't.
sat like me in the middle of the day with a dressing gown on.
I've got my hoodie on, but it's I've got a new webcam, so I'll be able to when I'm going on my laptop.
I haven't even got the app, Law. And I
Yeah,
can't
but
be
it'll be great.
I can't be bothered. Nah, I can't be bothered.
Snap filters have got AI, and all the AI generators have got all the free AI picture generators have got face generators on them. All you do is put in your own picture, and it'll do it for you.
So
That's a video one.
I'll
That is.
do
That's
it.
off Snap filters. That one is.
I'll see what I look like as a man. I've already got a man's jaw. I think I'd be quite good looking.
No, you haven't.
Well, I must
take it
have
away
feminine
from me.
features then. It must be the blue eyes.
No, you haven't.
But yeah, right. I'm gonna jump because we're doing homemade pizza, so I want to get that up in
No,
the
like you didn't want to burn it. Didn't burn it, so you've just done it for now.
No, I won't. I'm gonna try stuffed crust. See if I can.
It's not that hard to do, really. You know. Have you tried using the sticks digging it? Do you know what I mean by using the sticks or not?
Oh, like them little toothpick sticks.
You stick it in just to match it with sticks in and doesn't unfold when you put it in the oven.
Yeah,
you put it in like a compass, like north, south, east, west, outside, and then boom, and it should keep it all together when you've folded it up.
Good tip, gamer. Good cooking tip, gamer.
Hey man, I watch Gordon Ramsay every day.
He's there with the toothpicks. Yeah, you should do it, gamer. You can get ready rolled pizza dough from the shop.
No, I'm
just
eating loads and loads of bacon sarnies today. And I'll show you what else I've got as well. Hold on 1 second. But the dog's going to get someone to take them out as well. Hold on 1 second. My dad came from taking us today, right? It's like some sort of pie or something, cut up or something. And Anakin's obviously all over it straight away. So you're going to see Anakin in this way more than likely. Because he's not going to leave us alone while I've got this in my hand because he knows I've already been training him with it today. Fucking arsehole. You know what I mean? So, Agent X. So, these, right?
What's that? Oh, nice sausage roll.
No, they're not sausage rolls. It's like loads of pies cut in. There's loads of onion, garlic, and all sorts of them. Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, I've just been sent a picture of you, gamer. Oh, nice.
There's all sorts of them. And again, look, he'll do anything. And again, down. And again, 9. Out. Get out. Out. Out.
Yeah, let Ministry back up though, because I'm gonna jump off. But you're right, gamer. You are very pretty as a woman.
Right, that's it. Out. 9. Taking the piss, aren't they?
Yeah, my dog will do anything for a bit of sausage roll. It's one of his favourites.
This is not a sausage roll.
I know it's not a sausage roll, just mean they know what they are, don't they?
But I'm just winding them up here. And then flat. Watch it. Right. Quiet. Nicely. Wow. You can finish it off now. Not leaving that in my hands. Look at that. Not even that in my hands. Don't think- Mate, I let
Nice.
him speak back on, but he's just taking the piss. You know what I mean?
All right,
I'm
love.
not-
I'll catch
I'm
you
not
later.
taking the
See
piss.
you soon, Minnie.
He's just
Yeah, see you later,
trying to-
Agent.
I'll just ban you again, mate. I'll start trolling you again. You
No, that was a video off my phone. It wasn't my soundboard. I haven't turned the soundboard back on. All right, Willie.
You were fucking dipping ministry.
I know, but you know, got to have a giggle. Can't be serious all the time. People who are
conversation, and you just wanted to ruin it.
no people who are
Yeah.
serious all the time and have got animosity and are bitter. They're just energy drains, gamer. They just sap energy, sap good energy. I like to. Yeah, I can be a cunt, same as everyone else, but I like to project good energy. So I start my lives with music. I take the copyright claim. I start to get a mood going. I'll have a giggle, try to, get the chat in the right mood so everybody's not abusing each other and fucking doxing and all that shit. And last night's live, I started it by saying I wasn't going to have a big load of shouting and going into depth on YouTube conspiracy theories because I couldn't be fucking arsed with it. I just wanted to have a laugh.
Oh, did you?
Yes. And that's the way it went last night. It was a giggle, wasn't it? Until you cried off. Till you cried about the soundboard. Just because you ain't got one. It's an online one. It's easy to upload, gamer, and easy to use. And it's fun because it's got fart noises on it. Big up, Anakin. Well trained. Well trained. High five. High five.
Quiet.
High five. Get him. Speak. Speak. Anakin, speak. Watch him.
I never remember. He's only got one commander, mate. Anakin, down. Down. Relax. Quiet.
Get him.
And again. Sit. 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 I know. Sit. Right. He deserves a play now. Sit. He's a part. Good boy. Nice.
He is a good boy. Yeah. Oh, gamer. A post came up on my book face earlier, local page. It'd been on there 15 minutes. Someone trying to rehome a 10-month-old blue staffy bitch for an elderly couple. So I put a comment on there, tagged the person who put the post up, tell them to message me immediately. They can come and vet my house immediately, and I'll take her immediately, whatever the problem is with her. And I haven't heard fuck all back, so I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. I did that about 2:30, and I've heard fuck all. And they were desperate to rehome it, so whether one of the admins removed it from the group. But I'm hoping I get a messenger saying, can we come and have a look at your house? So
you can't save every dog, can you?
No, but I've been waiting for a dog, and this little blue staffy bitch came up, and I thought, if I can rehome a dog, I'm not the biggest fan of staffs. I've had bull terriers, lots of bull terriers, but it would be an only dog until I got a whippet dog. So yeah, it wouldn't be a problem for me at all to train it up to the standard I would want. And it would get to socialise with my brother's dogs to make sure it was good with other dogs,
No, that's Anakin's problem. Right?
And it's still at the right age to do it. Look, 10 months. So, it's not set in its ways. So yeah, a little bit gutted I haven't heard something back, but never mind.
Right, anything you want to say on the reform thing then? Because I'm pretty much done now. So I'm going to get it with Anakin.
Right, I'm off. Later.
Anyways. On that note, guys, thank you for watching. Cheerio.